More ballot talk. Two Denver City Council members hope to ask voters in November to pass a new ballot measure that will allow DACA recipients to become police officers and firefighters. Those council members say the city charter currently does not allow it, so they need to take it to the ballot to change the charter. Here's our Angeline McCall.
In Denver, if you want to be a police officer or firefighter, you need to be a U.S. citizen.
We've definitely heard that story, that folks feel like they come up against a brick wall, right, as they open the application where it asks, are you a U.S. citizen? And if not, they have to go look elsewhere.
Council President Jamie Torres and Pro Tem President Amanda Sandoval are co-sponsoring a bill that would allow DACA recipients to become police officers and firefighters.
And in 2016, the Department of Justice investigated the Denver Sheriff's Department on this requirement of having U.S. citizenship and found that it was employment discrimination.
Now they're hoping to change that and open up the options for people who can already serve in the military.
We have lawful permanent residents and DACA recipients who've spent decades living in Denver and in our surrounding communities, and this is absolutely a service job that they want to do.
Because it would change the city's charter, Council needs to approve the ballot measure, then ask voters for a yes in November.
As we're starting to see recruitment numbers dwindle for both of our police and fire departments, it doesn't make any sense for us to leave people out of the conversation who actively want those jobs.
Right now, municipalities like Aurora and Boulder allow DACA recipients for both roles. This is a chance, they say, for Denver to catch up.
And I believe that once people learn about the initiative and why, the why is really important of why we're doing this right now, I do believe that the voters will pass it in November.
The measure has the support of a number of immigrant rights groups, Denver Fire and Police, plus the Civil Service Commission that oversees the hiring for both the police and fire department. And just to clarify, this is only for those who have work authorization through DACA. So this is not for newly arriving migrants or immigrants. Today, Council approved this for a second reading next week.
DACA is a federal thing, and now we've seen several local decisions. The state last year, it was last year I believe, that helps build onto this. So what happened that helped lead to this?
Yeah, so there was a bill last year in the state legislature that ultimately was passed that allowed DACA recipients to possess guns and use guns if they are in law enforcement. Now, a DACA recipient that's not in law enforcement cannot possess a gun. That's a federal rule, and so that kind of paved the way for municipalities to sort of look at these and provide more options.
I want to point out, there's a lot of ballot talk today, but it's because there's timelines that have to be met for things to show up on the ballot, and I think that timeline is like next month, so that's why we're talking so much about the election now.
Yeah, it's like kind of the ticking clock to get things on the ballot, so a lot of ballot talk until then.
Thank you, Angeline.